Awesome. So before we get officially started, I'm just going to walk you through the things that I have in my space for you. This is a big selenite ball. And then I have this selenite moon phase plate because selenite is a stone of the moon and represents divine femininity and all of the work that we've been doing over the last 9 months that you've been pregnant. And is also a stone that is said to kind of channel like your feminine ancestry. I have a rose quartz, which is the stone of divine love, representing both the love I have for you and for you and Evie. I have a Ganesh, who's the remover of obstacles, so that he can send some energy your way, an obstacle removing as much as possible. And then I also have Kali, who is one of the many forms of the goddess and is seen as being a very fierce protector and kind of the simultaneous like giver and taker of life. And let's see, what else do I have here? I have this really beautiful rattle. I think I told you girls about this, did I? No? Oh, Sasha got this for me for my bachelorette. And it's a ceremonial turtle rattle from Bali. The turtle represents women's medicine and sacred moon teachings, protection and introspection. Shamans and healers have utilized the sound of the rattle and ceremony from the beginning of creation. And so this has amethyst and crystal quartz and rabbit fur and turtle and an antler that have all been gathered by a shaman named Grandmother Rima Thundercloud. And everything has been gathered in a natural and sacred way. And there are healing crystals, corn, and gemstones inside, all gathered from sacred sites. And so
cool.
If you hear the rattle, that's what that is. Yeah, so amazing. And then I have a little piece of a branch from our cedar tree out back, partially because it's, I think of an evergreen as kind of a wintry, Christmassy piece of nature, which is like right at the time that Evie is coming into the world. But also to represent the tree of life, the tree of family, the roots that you come from, the roots that Evie is coming from, and that same rootedness and strength to offer you during your delivery.
Awesome. I love it.
Yay. And then just some sage and Palo Santo. I'm going to do a quick cleanse of my space.
I really need to get some Palo Santos. I always wanted to get some, but I just never have.
Oh, I'll send you a link for one of the like sustainable sites I've found for Palo Santo.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and my ceremony candle, same moon candle that we use in all of our moon circles. All right, so let's start with what kinds of movement or poses or things are definitely a no-go for you right now that don't feel good?
I'm like one of those people I'd have to get in it to be like,
Okay.
because I can't think of them. I just don't remember. But I know like we've done a few in like our classes, and I'm like, I can't do this. I'm in so much pain.
Okay, cool. Well, don't be in pain. We will we'll start with just a little bit of movement, of more active movement. Um, just really light to kind of get you into your body. And then we will be in restorative poses. So I'll just check in and see how they're feeling. And if it's a pose that feels good, awesome. If not, then we'll just change it out for something else. Okay.
Okay, I can't do child's pose
Okay.
because
Just space.
literally there's no room for her to go.
Yeah. It's always child's pose right now for you.
Yeah.
This is all of the poses are child's pose. Oh, that's so funny. All right. Actually, I'm going to turn my heater down in here for the first time in like the whole winter season.
How unlike you.
Yeah, it stays, even though this is at the like very top of our house, it stays very cold up here.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we have these little like wall heaters in each room. And when we first moved in, I was like, oh, I wonder why there are those extra heaters up here. And now that I have been up here, I'm like, oh, this is why. This is the reason for sure. It's very toasty. Or it's very frigid up here.
I knew
Most
what
of
you
the
meant.
time. Yeah. Well, it's just not insulated because it's or not insulated the same way because it's an attic. So like in the summertime, it's super hot, and in the wintertime, it's not.
Yeah, because you don't have like it's just the roof after that. It's not insulation in between. Yeah.
Yeah. But tis all right. Okay, let's start just seated exactly like you are. It'll take some time to arrive. Tall seat, soft eyes.
I could hear Grace's laugh.
Oh, they're making our Barbarian New Year's invitation. You'll get that probably tonight.
Nice.
All right, let's take a big clearing breath in. And a big open mouth exhale. And two more just like that. Even longer breath in. Drink it in nice and slow and sweet. Fill up all the way to the very top. And even longer breath out. One more time, longest, deepest breath of your day. And gathering in all of the vitality and nourishment and the fresh air into your system. An easy exhale. Let everything soften and let go. Let your breath restart in your own natural rhythm. And bring one or both hands to rest on your belly. And connect to baby Evie, all snuggled inside of you, ready, poised for her entrance onto planet Earth. Allow yourself to rest into the immense amount of love you already have for your unborn baby girl. And this love, this bond that you already share will carry you through the next 48 hours and then for the rest of her life and the rest of yours. And take a moment to call in any guides, ancestors, spirits, Brandon, all of the women in your family who have come before you, your mother and her mother, and your mother's mother, and her mother before her, your full lineage lives within you and lives within Evie too. Feel your breath strong and steady, calm, slow. This is the metronome for your experience within your body, and for Evie's experience within her body, within your body. And this strong, steady breath will keep you connected, will help you move through all of the efforts of your labor, always at the ready, the source of strength and of power that already lies within you. And each breath you take, literally breathing in life to yourself and to Evie. And soften the back of your neck. Relax the space between your shoulder blades. Let your belly be soft and heavy. Relax your eyes, cheeks, and jaw. And feel your sitting bones root down. As you exhale, imagine, sense, or perceive your breath, your energy traveling down toward the earth, almost as though your spine and your root extend down like tree roots, anchoring you deep into the strength of the earth. And keep you steady. And just as a tree's roots hold it firm, even as the branches may blow. And your strength will keep you rooted, and so that you can be flexible, allowing your delivery to unfold in the only way that it can, in the way that it will, and trusting in the process, even as things may come unsuspected, maybe not exactly according to plan. And trust that there is a plan greater than any that we could come up with, any that we could plan for. We must always leave space for that which we cannot see, and the mystery that brings life itself. And gently release your hands as you're ready. And shrug your shoulders forward and up toward your ears. Big breath in. And as you exhale, like angel wings, let your shoulder blades slide down your back. And continue letting these shoulder rolls maybe get so big that your arms, your elbows, even your hands start to move as you roll up back and down. Take a few circles in the opposite direction. And then once more. Inhale takes your shoulders forward and up. Exhale back and down. Let your elbows get heavy. Shoulders settling onto your back, nice and open across your chest. And stay with your breath. Allow the moments of stillness, a little pauses between movement to stretch just a little bit longer. Settling into those sweet in-between spaces. And these are the moments where you recalibrate, you gather up your energy once again, where you reconnect to what roots you, and so that you can move forward and push on. Your next inhale, float your arms up overhead, big circle sweep, gathering up all of your strength, your energy, your inner power. Bring your hands together, exhale, thumbs to heart center. And plugging it all in right here, the center of your being. One more like that. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, Samasti Tahi. This time as you inhale, bring your arms up overhead, gaze tall. As you exhale, peel your elbows open. Lift up through the center of your chest, let your belly rock forward. Drop your hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bring your hands to the front of your shins or your knees. And find just some gentle seated cat-cow. Let your inhales draw your heart forward through your shoulders. Lift your chin. Rock your pelvic bowl forward. Exhale, breathe into the back of heart center. Round inward, chin to chest. You may even press your knees away. And again, just like that, inhale, open through the front of your body. And exhale, round it back in. And take these next few breaths either to continue seated cat and cow, or maybe start to find some circles around in each direction. A little bit of movement in your core, in your hips. Just a really gentle wake up for baby Evie. Getting things moving, letting her know things are going to keep moving. Circle in the opposite direction, even out. And come back to a tall seat whenever you're ready. And this time, inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, right hand down by your side. And stretch up and over through your left side. Even with all of the changes in your body and all of the space in front of you that's occupied by Evie, you can still breathe so much into your sides. Lots of space available between your ribs. Stretch it long. And slowly come back as you exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, left hand down. Your left elbow bend as you reach up and out through your right side fingertips. Root down through your right hip. And see if you can get just a little bit longer through your right side. Let it feel really good. At the bottom of your exhale, slowly make your way back up to a seat. And let that settle in. And how's twisting for you right now? Good?
I can do it.
Cool. Let your spine get tall again. Inhale, reach your arms up, up, up. And exhale, twist toward your right side. No need to make it a super deep twist, just finding some freedom in your spine. And notice the connection between your breath and your body. As you inhale, where do you feel more space? As you exhale, where do you find a sense of letting go or softening into that space? Unwind on an inhale, in your own time. Exhale, opposite direction. Right hand to left knee, left hand to low back. And as you're connecting into your body here, not only finding movement, but also getting your body ready for the physical labor that you're about to go into, reminding you of the strength and flexibility you already have. Inhale to unwind. And exhale forward, hands and knees, tabletop. How does tabletop feel as you get here?
It's good.
Still
Oh,
right?
I just make noises when I do anything these days, though.
That's all good. Getting that throat chakra nice and open is going to be your friend as you're going into labor. Lots of noises to come.
For sure.
Find a little free form tabletop movement, circling through wrists and knees, hips and shoulders. And really tune into all of the subtle shifts as you feel your weight shift more from right side to left, from the pinky side of your palm into your fingertips, into the thumb side, and vice versa. You are already so perceptive, so connected to what's happening in your body, in your mind, in your heart. And all of this is preparing you for a smooth, strong delivery. It's preparing you for the next phase of motherhood that you're about to step into. And start to let those movements get even bigger, wonkier, wavier, organic, animalistic. When you find a spot that feels interesting, pause there, really breathe into it, lean into it. And find the places where you have freedom in your body. There's so many parts of you that have changed, accommodating and creating this beautiful, safe haven for your baby to grow within. And there are also lots of ways that this has strengthened your body even more. And feeling into the extra flexibility that your hormones are offering right now. And come back through tabletop. You feel evened out both sides. Inhale, draw your heart forward. Really soften your elbows. And tuck your toes under. Stretch out the soles of your feet. And exhale, round in. Nice and gentle. And feel your body giving your belly a little Evie, a gentle squeeze. Inhale, heart forward one more time. And exhale, cat. Breathe into your shoulders. Really stretch the space between your shoulder blades as much as you can. And back through neutral spine. And from here, if it feels possible, and if there's a different way that makes more sense for you, do that. And step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. There we go. And just take it nice and slow. Find a little rock forward and back. If half splits feels good, you can find a wide half splits here.
Ooh.
I'm going to start to let gravity help you out. And soften into your hips. Really opening and preparing your body for the extra opening that will come with delivery. You already are such an amazing mama. Even before Evie comes earthside, you have nurtured and nourished her from a tiny little egg into many different fruit-sized versions of her early life. And now here she is, fully formed, ready to meet you face to face, ready to meet the world, big and bright and loud. And you'll be right there, guiding her through every first, all of the continued growth and new experiences that are to come. And she'll be there to help guide you every step of the way, learning and growing together. If it feels accessible, roll onto the outside edge of your right foot and pinky toe side. Maybe you even bring your right hand to the inside of your knee, just if it feels stable, if you feel balanced here. And find a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a heart opener. It's really gentle open in your hips. Come back, both hands to the ground. And we'll try on half pigeon legs and see how this feels. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist, ankle behind your left. And it might look way different from your usual pigeon pose. If you've got your bolster, and bring that underneath your right hip. And your back knee doesn't even have to go all the way back. Just looking for a little bit more opening in your hips. Letting gravity take over. Allowing Evie to drop a little bit lower and a little bit lower into the space that opens up. And feel your breath drawing down toward your root as you inhale. And even further down as you exhale. And this time, inhale all the way up into the top of your lungs. And exhale, breath down and out. So nice. And remove, do you have a cushion underneath your right hip? If so, go ahead and scoot that over. And then just sit back onto your right leg. And I'll find a half butterfly pose. I'm rearranging just so I can still see you, but you can face whatever direction. I'm a very mat space as an optional boundary of movement these days. This is really just a suggested area to be in. And take a minute just to get your legs arranged in the angle that feels best. And turn toward your left toes. And just start to walk your hands still inside, both hands inside your left foot, but just starting to walk forward a little bit.
I think I did this all on the wrong side.
Oh, that's fine. We'll just do the other side next. And let yourself just be here. The shoulders relaxed, low belly soft. You are such a strong, capable human. I have no doubt that you are growing a strong, capable human. This is your time, these last hours. and to reassure one another, letting her know it's okay. There's about to be a big change, but she's safe. You're here. Letting her know that it's okay. She's ready. She's fully baked. And the world is so excited to meet her. And slowly walk your hands kind of toward midline. And maybe it's just a couple steps until you find a new angle, something new that feels interesting. And pause there. If that direction doesn't find anything interesting, you can move more toward your extended leg. There are no rules here. Just allowing yourself some time to move and breathe. It's just for you. Maybe for the last time, for a long time, or for a little while at least. Allow some of this time and stillness and relative quiet and to really soak up your last moments of it being just you and Evie before you get to share her with the rest of the world. You two have been on such an adventure, a journey together already. Her birth will be just another beginning. Slowly use your hands to walk you back up to a seat. Extend your other leg long, dragonfly shape, big V in your legs. And take a minute here just to kind of find a little rock side to side. And feel into your hip creases. Give yourself a little massage in any places that are feeling tight, which may be all of them, may not be any of them. Just finding a little loosening here. If it's available, you can take some bigger circles. Feel free to use your hands for balance if that seems like a better use than the massage. Evie chose you to be her mama at exactly the right time. And at exactly the right time, she'll make her grand entrance. And babies are still connected to the world of the unseen in a way that we adults are much more removed from. And she can know and sense without knowing how she knows so much already. How to divide cells, how to grow fingernails and ears and eyeballs. All of the magic that has been unfolding within you. And she will continue to grow intuitively and with your guidance and support. And most of all, your love. As you're ready for stillness, grab your bolster and walk it forward so you've got a little pocket for your belly. And you can, maybe you'll bring your bolster taller because I think that's going to be closer to the space you need. And you can just kind of rest. Does that fit okay?
Yeah.
Nice. And check in with your legs, your glutes, your toes. And see if there's anywhere you can soften a little bit more. At just about this same time in your mom's belly before you were born, you two were fully formed, including all of the eggs that have been in your body your entire life. One of those is Evie. And so, as you were nurtured by your mother, Evie was already there inside you, at least the genetic blueprints, half of Evie. In this way, we are connected to our ancestry through much more than just our mothers, but also our mothers' mothers. And all of the love and affection that your mom poured into you is also poured into Evie, and then magnified now that you're pregnant. When your time and attention, nurturing, nourishment have been focused on her. And just as you give yourself the encouragement, the reminders of how very capable you are, you're also giving that same energy to Evie. She is so capable of making this grand change in her life. Everything that she has known will change drastically. And yet she's safe. She's fully capable to make this transition. And your strength gives her strength, and vice versa. And take a big breath in and feel especially the back of your ribs really expand. Enjoy the space in your low back, the space between your shoulder blades. Big open mouth exhale, pour it out. Use your hands to come back to a seat and bolster off to the side. And then use your arms to help bring your legs back in. So nice. I'll come back into tabletop. Whatever way makes the most sense for you. If you want to find any other little movements along the way, I'm probably not hugging your knees to your chest. There's a little bit in between your knees and your chest these days.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. I'm going to start to find a little forward and back. Let your hands be maybe 1 or 2 steps in front of where your shoulders would be. And so you can let your hips drop low as you inhale forward. Gentle rock side to side. Maybe you can start to find a little bit of opening in the front of your hip flexors. A space that maybe hasn't been super accessible these last few months. And then moving with breath, find a few waves, exhales, take you back in space just as far as you can reach. And inhales, rock forward. Letting kind of a cat and cow shape just be extended a little bit longer. If it feels better to have your knees wider than hips width distance, that might offer you a little more room for your low belly as well. And come back into your regular distance, hands under shoulders. Step your left foot toward the outside of your left hand. And of course, you can scoot them farther forward if that is where feels good. I'll take really similar, just some gentle movements here. And if this is the side you already did, do the other one. Right and left are going to be probably the farthest things from your mind over the next 2 days.
For sure.
Yeah, just a body part. You can know what you mean.
Yeah.
Find whatever feels good here. Half splits, low lunge.
Oh.
And notice the places where you feel resistance, where you kind of feel like you are at your edge. And pause there. And send your breath down toward your low belly, down toward your root. And see if you can find just a little more softness. A little more space to drop into. And this will be the way over these next hours or days. Finding the places where you feel the resistance, and staying with it, breathing into it, letting your muscles soften so that your body can literally rearrange to create an entrance, or I guess an exit, depending on how you look at it, or baby Evie. Create a pathway, we'll say. Once you feel like you've got some good lubrication, some good mobility, bring your hands forward, rock out onto the outside of your left foot. And if it would feel good here, left hand to the inside of your knee. A nice big opening through your left hip and across your chest. And we'll find half pigeon, no rush. As always, take your time. Set up extra bolsters, props.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Good or painful ow?
Pigeon's my hardest pose, period.
Okay.
Like, always. And I'm just not as flexible in my hips. I think I have to do this one on my back.
Yeah, that's perfect. Always a good option.
Oh. Oh, being pregnant, Chelsea, it's something else.
You're doing great, Britt. As cheesy as it sounds, it really is miraculous how the human body can morph and change and literally grow a smaller version inside of itself.
It's insane. It's very dope.
Yes. You are such a magic woman, always, but especially now. Like motherhood, like unlocks. You're like now a level 5 woman witch. Moon witch, magician. We've practiced in yoga for, gosh, you've been practicing yoga for over a decade. All of those times that you're in a hard pose, in a 5-minute chair pose or a 3-hour warrior 2, as so it seems. And the strength that you gather and the way you breathe into those shapes, even when it feels hard, you breathe deeper, bigger, longer breaths. And that connection between sensation in your body and mind and breath is what will bring you through your labor. When it feels hard to push, breathe more. When it feels like there's nothing left, and call forth the strength of your ancestors, and the strength of divine femininity that runs within you. It's the same strength of oceans, of hurricanes, and the force of Mother Nature available for you to tap into, to channel through you, and to push on. And find 2 more of your longest, deepest breaths. And slowly make your way onto a seat, this time opposite leg long and opposite knee bent. And take your time to rearrange. You can stretch both legs long and then reset up. And we'll start again, just turning toward your extended leg. And start to walk your hands forward. You can keep both hands inside of your leg. I say that just because it will give you a little bit more of a space for your belly to go. But if you have the room and it feels good to bring your right hand outside of your leg, go ahead and do that. And take your time here, finding small movements. Explore places of sensation and where you feel something new. And stay with that until you feel a letting go. You have had a long journey in your relationship with your body, as have we all. And there have been those times of feeling like it's so hard and you've got to almost force your body to keep going. And as you go into labor, my hope for you is to find a distinction here. It's not a war against your body, but being on the same team as your body. Mind, body, heart, your soul, and the energy of all of divine feminine energy, all working together to bring this beautiful new life onto earth. When it feels painful, when it feels like it's too much, be your own cheerleader. Sending love, compassion to this beautiful, strong body of yours that has already done so much and yet is capable of so much more. Our body has all of the wisdom, all of the strength, everything needed to bring this beautiful little human onto the planet. And even though it might feel intimidating or scary, you know that you can and will do it with grace. You feel evened out on this side. Bring yourself back up to a seat. And again, extend both legs long. Take a little rock side to side. Find some circles around in each direction. When you get to those tough moments during labor, remember that you've already been communicating with Evie all this time. And she may not speak back in words, but you can talk to her. You can be on the same team. And tell her we got this. We're doing it together. It's hard, but we're going to keep pushing. And let that teamwork be what carries you through, helps you to push on. Bring your feet back in. Knees open wide like butterfly wings. If it's helpful, you can sit on your bolster to give yourself more space here. You might round forward. You might just let your legs kind of be as they are. And hold your shins even for a little more support. Let your eyes close down. And start to get really connected to your breath. Feel right into your root. And start to guide your breath down and down. And starting to bring your awareness into the bottom of your lungs. And even further down, where Evie rests, right between your hips. And further down into your pelvic bone. And further down still toward the earth. And the more you can start to visualize this pathway, you can start to guide your breath in the same pathway, guiding Evie where she needs to go. Imagining each exhale as though it's backed by the strength of all the oceans. Fierce waves of breath, untamable, wild and strong, moving through you. And cooling, calming waters. Let that also rage on with the fierceness of Goddess Kali. Feel your inhales travel up the length of your spine. And your exhales pour down the front of your body. And so strong, steady, deep. And as you do this, feel for the places where you can soften. Soften your eyes, your cheeks, the back of your neck. And those sweet spaces that remind you that just as much as you're pushing and the effort of your labor is the letting go. And the more you let go, the more space Evie has to move through. Letting go of this phase of your lives together. You got to have her all to yourself, these precious months of her learning your voice, learning your rhythms, the beat of your heart. That will be with her forever. Knowing that it's okay to let go of this phase of attachment, this literal attachment of your baby to your body. And allowing her to move through and out into the world. And it takes both the effort and the ease. And birth is itself a yoga. And you are a well-practiced yogi. And stay here for as long as feels right in your body, your heart, mind today. Once you're ready, start to bring your knees back up toward the ceiling, feet to the ground. And heel toe your feet nice and wide. Sit your spine up nice and tall. Bring your hands toward your shins or your ankles. I'm going to start to find a little bit of movement here. Really gentle rock side to side, hoping to rock and roll your hips open. Rolling your pelvic bowl forward. I'm feeling that direct line of energy with your spine tall. That moves straight down from the crown of your head, heart center, womb, all the way straight down to your root. And this clear pathway illuminated with love, with light, and that calls Evie forth. Know that all that you're feeling in this moment, all of the anticipation, the nerves, the excitement, the fear, the uncertainty, the joy and overwhelming love that you have for her already, a full spectrum of human emotion. It's all natural, it's all welcome. And as you let yourself feel it all, you're already setting the ground for Evie to do the same. And creating the culture of love and acceptance and compassion that you stand for in your family. Resting in the knowing that you're not alone, that all mothers across all time, all countries, all cultures, all places have gone through these same emotions, physical and emotional and mental fatigue, strength, courage, fear, bravery, endurance, flexibility, compassion. It can all be there. You can hold it all. And let it all be fuel or the fire that keeps you going. And slowly round forward. Your hands rest to the inside of your legs or your feet. Relax your shoulders. And let your low belly, your whole belly really get heavy. And slowly come back to a tall seat. And find your props in a way that feels really supported for a shavasana, whether that's on your back or on your side or maybe some other option. Probably not on your belly, maybe legs up the wall or on your props.
I actually can't even go on my back for too long. I'll faint.
I'd say, was there any sideline better?
Yeah, so on the side. I guess your uterus is so heavy it presses down on your spinal cord, and that's why you pass out.
That's why that is. I've heard that before, but I didn't know the physiology behind it. But
Yeah,
I
because everything's so heavy, it pushes down on your spinal cord.
And just starts to like cut off circulation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Let yourself start to get settled in, as comfortable as can be. And trace your breaths up your left side, almost like you're breathing from your left toes and left fingers simultaneously. And draw your breath in toward heart center. And exhale it out through your right side. And then inhale, as though breathing in through your right toes, right fingers, all the way toward heart center and the crown of your head. And exhale down your left side. And we'll do that a few more times. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And twice more each side. Inhale left. And exhale right. Like a rainbow coming back in the opposite direction. Inhale through right side. Exhale through left. And last time, inhale left. Up and around. Exhale down your right side. And inhale back up your right side. And down the left. And let go of any effort you still hold. In this supported fetal posture, yourself curled up, just like little Evie is within your belly. As within, so without. Your beings are already mirrors for one another. Your journey as mother and daughter has already begun. In this next step, you will move through together. Every moment. And on the other side, you'll finally get to meet her face to face. Hold her in your arms. And immediately it will all be worth it. Every push, every grunt, every breath. You are so ready. You have stepped into motherhood so gracefully. Being flexible with a timeline that wasn't your own, in preparation for the many, many times and ways that her timeline and yours will not be the same. And you'll get through all of those transitions together too. Pulling a card for the two of you from the Sacred Rebels Guidebook. She feels, she knows. An illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. This is not likely to happen as a blinding, shocking insight, but as more of a softer, gentle knowing. It is like knowing something without understanding exactly when or how you came to know it. And this insight will assist you, and you are asked to honor it. You will know which insight it is at the right time. Your heart will tell you. You are therefore being asked to rely upon the clarity that is coming to you now, or has just recently come. Gently but firmly, from that place of knowing, intend to act and take your next steps forward. And this oracle comes to you with guidance, particularly about long-range or long-term developments. Something that is far bigger than the immediate situation, issue, or moment is of importance, although you will only have a dim sense of that possibility at best. The situation you find yourself in right now may not be one of joy, but in time you will understand more of the bigger picture. You will come to see why things are happening as they are and how you are being helped on to the next stage of your path, even though it may look like an obstacle right now. You are being asked to think in terms of long-term happiness. Sometimes this warrants change or even temporary restrictions in the short term. If you can't see how the present can possibly become what you sense the future to be, this message is especially relevant. Through the natural process of transformation, great leaps are indeed possible. You simply must be prepared to surrender into the process with absolute trust. This oracle brings you specific guidance. The situations in your current life are particularly geared towards a more significant manifestation that is coming to you according to your life path and purpose. This is a stage of preparation and of building a foundation that will hold you strong and centered as your journey unfolds and your life path becomes ever more brilliant and luminous. So keep plugging away, remain patient, but most of all, be hopeful and trust in the light you sense ahead of you, for it is the light that is within you, simply revealed more fully. And all that is happening now is happening to that end. And say in your mind's eye or out loud if you feel called, I feel the light of all that I am and will be unfolding from within me now. I surrender what is into the loving fire of transformation, the light of which illuminates the present and manifests the future in the highest creative expression of unconditional love. Bring your attention back to Evie. Reconnect to her little being within you. Imagine her fingers and toes, her ears and eyelashes. Imagine a little smile tugging at the corners of her lips. And she too is ready and excited to meet you, to hold you, smell you, and see you. And you are ready. You are absolutely capable. You have so much love around you and around Evie. You're a wonderful husband and father, loving parents, grandparents, friends. And Brandon will be there cheering you on every moment. And Evie is so loved and so lucky to have chosen you and Patrick to be her parents, her guides through life on earth. And you too, so lucky to welcome this little star seed into your lives. And she will change everything again and again. And it will get better and better as you go. You got this. Stay here in this space, in this energy, and savoring these last moments. Just you and Evie. And connected to your body, to your inner strength, and to all of your guides, the unconditional love that surrounds you, that's within you, that is you. And when you're ready, really ready, take your time to move again. Eat a delicious dinner with your amazing husband. Sleep deeply and well. And wake up with the strength of 1,000 seas. Ready to go. I love you so much. You and Evie. You got this, Britt.
Thank you. I love you too. Thanks. That was really nice.
You're so welcome. If you need anything at all, let me know. I'll sleep with my phone sound turned on. If your water breaks in the middle of the night and you need a cheerleader on the way to the hospital, call me. Seriously, anything at all. I'm here.
Thanks, Chels. I love you. I mean, I guess it just depends if the acupuncture worked and I go into labor tonight, or if I have to wait and see if they have a bed available tomorrow.
It's so crazy. It's so soon. It's here.
It's so crazy. I'm gonna be a mom.
You are a mom. You've
I
been a
know.
mom for
Patrick just
10
keeps saying
months.
that. That's what Patrick keeps saying. And I'm like, but I don't feel like I'm a mom.
You're
Like,
already
I know I'll
doing
be
it.
a good mom. I'm not scared of being a mom. It just blows my mind. Like, there is a baby in my stomach. Like,
Yeah.
she's right in there. She
She's
was
right
just like
there.
rolling some hard rolls too.
Oh, really? She's getting
Yeah,
ready.
I hope so. We
Yeah.
keep talking to her. We're like, dude, this is your last chance to make an exit on your own. It's now or never. You're
Oh.
getting evicted either way, but
And she just is on her own timeline. She's like, I got here when I wanted to get here, and I'm going to leave when I want to leave.
I know, seriously. But she doesn't really have a choice in this matter.
Well, hold her tight. Love this last night, or potentially last night. Just you two.
Yeah, that's what's so crazy. I don't know when the last night will be. Like, it's likely I get induced tomorrow. Like, they'll have a bed, likely.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's not, then I have to go Friday. Like, I know they won't let me go past the 41st week. Like, they told me not even the 40th. It's so crazy.
I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud of you. Like, you have navigated the this year in such an incredible way. Don't give yourself enough credit for all of it.
I don't know how I do it,
And
Chelsea.
growing
Like,
a perfect
sometimes
little human in the meantime.
I know. I don't know how, like, I literally just don't know how I do it. Like, sometimes, like, it's because I don't think about it. And so I'm like, ah, well, everyone would do this. Everyone would be okay. Everyone would just be fine. And then I think about it and I'm like, I have friends that are losing their shit over a pandemic alone.
Yeah. And that's understandable. Like,
I know.
completely valid reason to lose your shit.
I know. It is. It's just like for me, I'm like, well,
Here we
there's a
are.
lot more than just that. I'm like, the
Yeah.
pandemic's my easiest problem.
Seriously. Well, think about all of the resilience that you are building into your baby.
No joke.
Yeah.
Dude, we got this. You're a little warrior in there.
Heck yeah. And you
I
too.
bet you have to be.
You are
Yeah.
such a warrior. And you two are going to just walk each other through it.
I can't wait to hold her. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna have a baby in the world. It's so nuts. Like, I wish someone could be inside my brain to understand how much I don't compute like this.
I don't think you can. Like, I don't think it's possible to fully understand that until you do it yourself. You know, like you can think about, like, you can understand the concept, I guess, but to understand what it's like to grow a human being and then to get to hold her in your arms, feel her little fingers wrap around your hand, and you're just gonna melt.
And I'm like, I felt those fingers and toes inside my body for the last like 10 months.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
oh my God. She's so loved already. Everyone's gonna love her so much.
mm-hmm.
She's gonna make a lot of people melt.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, I
I
can't
hope
wait
she's
to
cute.
see her. Of course, she's going to be cute. Hi, have you seen you and Patrick?
That's what he said. He's like, Brittany, we are not bad looking people. Our daughter is gonna be cute.
Yes. Well, and you two have very similar features also. So I feel like she's going to be very cute. She's going to look just like you guys.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so crazy. Oh my,
So exciting.
I'm gonna be a mom. I've been talking about this for forever.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna cry a lot.
Yeah. This is, of course. I mean, think about like every like huge dream and vision you have for yourself, and when you finally like get to that moment, the gratitude and the like joy that you feel. And that's about things like winning a cheer championship or getting the job you
Yeah.
want, or you know what I mean? Like, and all of those things is like big as they are in the moment, just pale in comparison to like you wanted to be a mom above and beyond all else forever. And you're going to hold your baby, your first baby, the only one that will be your first baby in your arms, and she will just be everything. And it's just all gonna come out.
For sure. I think so too. I'm gonna be, oh my God.
Well, and everything that's, everything that is building throughout your labor process,
Yeah.
when your body is in fight or flight or birth mode, it's like all systems are like focused on this one singular task, right? And then she comes out and it's like your whole system gets to exhale and just let
Yeah.
go, all the tears, all the feels.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
You have to tell me when you get your thing, your gift. You know what it is. So,
I definitely will.
um, I got the postpartum one for myself and her child book. So they started this